It is already recording,
Okay.
so it'll be good to go.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Sounds good. Yep. Okay, boys, groomsmen, you need to get down in front of the pool.
Oh, we go now?
Yes. Yep. You were.
Roll out. Roll out.
Roll out. Down that way. No, you go this way, right? Pat's that way. Pat's to the left. Yep. Yep. Here's your basket, darling. Okay. Any of the boys?
Who are we following?
The girls are coming with me.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Boys are going down there. Woo-hoo.
I know. That's how it's done.
Well, at first I didn't know.
Right.
It was like a long time ago.
Well, sure, I'll come. You gotta show up here anyway. And there's that. We don't talk about that. Cancel your bubbles until shift in the air. She said if that wasn't her responsibility, where is she?
Yeah. I don't know where she is.
As far as like,
They both are.
I'm always you want one of them? Oh, one of them.
Strange steps, heels turn black. The cinders stay like the path, and these strange steps take us back, take us back. Flow sweetly, hang heavy, sorry, could we be sorry, could we flow sweetly, hang heavy.
please rise for the bride? Welcome and thank you for being here, especially for those of you who have traveled long distances to be here. Today wouldn't be the same without you here to celebrate with us. At this time, we would like to take a moment to remember those who are with us in spirit, especially Alfred Karamenico, Billy's grandfather, and Patrick Clunan, Tricia's father. The rose will now be placed on the seats reserved for them. Please join me in a moment of reflection before we begin. For those of you who do not know me, I am Tricia's oldest sibling by 20 years, although once we were mistaken as husband and wife a few years back. We were at a Christmas function for a nephew, and we were standing at the back of the church, and a little old lady came up to us and started talking to us, and then she said, "You two make a very cute couple." I, of course, busted out laughing, but Tricia, her face was shock and horror. When Tricia asked me to perform the service, I was flattered. And then I realized she probably just wanted to save a few dollars. I've had some time to reflect on our relationship since then, and it occurred to me that when she was born in her infancy, I was away at college for most of that time. So for the most part, I missed her early years. The only thing I really do remember in her infancy is that sometimes I would be home, and at 3 o'clock in the morning, I would hear a baby screaming, blood-curdling screams, and it was Tricia. I often thought there was something wrong, but it was because she had older sisters, and I heard them scream, but she was much louder than the other two. She got older, and her first crush was Leonardo DiCaprio. Her room was covered in posters, and I think she memorized the entire Titanic movie. She also got involved in marching band, something I knew nothing about growing up, because I was always very heavily involved in sports. Tricia's high school gym teacher was my best friend from high school as well. It was very ironic. She hated him, and she also hated the class. She always wanted to know what mischievous things we did when we were in high school, but I would never tell. After all, Rich and I were angels. There was nothing to tell. I also couldn't understand how she could hate Jim and also hate my best friend, but that's the way it was. So we were very different when we were growing up. However, we always had one thing in common, and that was a genuine love of music. From the Bee Gees and the Notorious B.I.G., to the Beastie Boys and the Backstreet Boys, to Tom Petty and Katy Perry, to Fleetwood Mac and My Chemical Romance, to the Foo Fighters and the Passion Pit, music is where we connected. We've even gone to several concerts together. We've teamed up many times to try and stump my brother, who is a one-hit wonder aficionado. He knows every single song from the 1980s. And the last time we did this, I think we spent about 6 to 7 hours, and we had 20 songs compiled that Trish and I didn't actually know the songs, but Brian knew them all. So I don't really remember too many guys as she was growing up, being around the house, but maybe she just didn't want to bring them around the family. Then I heard she was dating someone, and she was going to bring him to meet the family. I was eager to meet him, even if I never showed it. First impression I had of you, Billy, holy cow, you're a giant. But anybody over 5'10" is a giant to our family. And then I naturally realized if they stay together and if they ever have kids, and they happen to like sports, they'll at least have a chance. As I've gotten to know you, there's some things that I really like about you. I know there's quite a few people here from Pittsburgh. He's one of us. He's a diehard Steelers fan. Yay! And he also, on the other side of that, the flip side of that, almost as important, he hates the Baltimore Ravens. We also grew up watching Star Wars. It's just the version I watched was different than Billy's. Billy knows more about Star Wars than anybody I've ever met. And your relationship transformed Tricia out of those awkward teenage years to the woman that she is today. The most important thing, though, is I know you'll make my sister happy. Then you dated, and you dated, and you dated some more. And finally, here we are today. There are life events that you will never forget, like your first job, your first kiss, graduation, and now your wedding. We all know marriage takes love, but it also takes patience, forgiveness, compromise, and trust. So I remind you that marriage is a lot more than just your wedding day. I'm here, we're all here, to help support and celebrate with you and create memories that you'll never forget. At this time, I would like to bring up Sierra, who's Billy's sister, and she's going to do a reading for us.
For some, all emotions, love in particular, stand opposed to the pure cold reason which is held above all things. A wedding is, for some, nothing short of all that is false, irrational, and sentimental in this ailing, morally compromised world. But that's beside the point, because love is irrational and filled with uncertainties. But if literature has proven anything, it's those qualities that have fueled the most extraordinary adventures. But really, Billy, I'm not sure why you had me write this speech, as I know nothing about love, and now certainly nothing about marriage. But it's only in my humble opinion that I tell you that love is finding a best friend, bravery and compromise, it's passion and it's forgiveness, and sometimes a little bit of luck. The ability to find the extraordinary in the mundane, and the fantastic realization that you could remain static in character or define yourself each day simply by loving each other. It's a lot like Dr. Who, but I'll save that early for later. Now, if you two can master all of that, and even if you can't, as I said, love is about uncertainty, it's part of the fun. I wish you two every happiness. Congratulations.
I know you're all thinking about the rings, so we'll get through this as quickly as possible. You fell in love by chance, but you're here today because you're making a choice. You both are choosing each other. You've chosen to be with someone who enhances you, who makes you think, makes you smile, and makes every day brighter. You're about to make promises to each other that you intend to keep. You're going to vow to take care of each other, to stand up for one another, and find happiness in the other. There's a simple premise to each of these promises. You're vowing to be there. You're teaming up and saying to the other, every experience I'm going to have, I want you to be a part of. Billy, will you take Tricia as your favorite person, to laugh with her, go on adventures with her, support her through life's tough moments, be proud of her, grow old with her, and find new reasons to love her every day?
I will.
Tricia, will you keep Billy as your favorite person, to laugh with him, go on adventures with him, support him through life's tough moments, be proud of him, grow old with him, and find new reasons to love him every day?
I will.
Will you, Billy and Tricia, be each other's partners from this day forward? Will you bring out the best in one another, share your happiest moments together, and love each other absolutely, for the rest of this lifetime?
We will.
You've both chosen to wear rings as a reminder of these promises. May these rings always remind you of the vows you have made to each other. Remember that as time passes, the true beauty is not in the glimmer and shine of them. The real beauty lies in the nicks and scratches. It is the wear and tear that makes these tokens of love tested, tried, and true. You've created something invaluable, and just as I know you'll protect these rings, I'm confident you'll protect the commitments you've made to each other today. Now repeat after me as you place the ring on each other's finger. Billy, this ring is a circle without an end.
This ring is a circle without an end.
Just as my love for you is eternal.
Just as my love for you is eternal.
It is my promise that I will always love you.
My promise that I will always love you.
As a symbol of our everlasting love.
As a symbol of our everlasting love.
With this ring.
With this ring.
I take you to be my trusted partner.
I take you to be my trusted partner.
And my wife for all eternity.
And my wife for all eternity.
Tricia, this ring is a circle without an end.
This ring is a circle without an end.
Just as my love for you is eternal.
Just as my love for you is eternal.
It is my promise that I will always love you.
It is my promise that I will always love you.
I give you this ring to wear upon your hand.
I give you this ring to wear upon your hand.
As a symbol of our everlasting love.
As a symbol of our everlasting love.
With this ring.
With this ring.
I take you to be my trusted partner.
I take you to be my trusted partner.
And my husband for all eternity.
And my husband for all eternity.
Please join hands, Billy and Tricia. As you hold your hands now, let it be known that you are joined body and soul in this lifetime. Remember that this bond is sacred and eternal. To make your relationship work, it will take love. Love is the core of your marriage and why you are here today. It will take faith to go forward without knowing what the future will bring. It will take commitment to hold true to the journey that you have both pledged here today. As you continue your journey, I ask you to remember this advice. It's an excerpt from The Blessing for a Marriage by James Dillard Freeman. May you need one another, but not out of weakness. May you want one another, not out of lack. May you entice one another, but not compel one another. May you embrace one another, but not encircle one another. May you succeed in all important ways with one another, and not fail in the little graces. May you look for things to praise, often say, I love you, and take no notice of small faults. If you have quarrels that push you apart, may both of you hope to have good sense enough to take the first step back. May you enter into the mystery that is the awareness of one another's presence, no more physical than spiritual, warm and near when you are side by side, and warm and near when you are in separate rooms or in distant cities. May you have happiness, and may you find it making one another happy. May you have love, and may you find it loving one another. Billy and Tricia, may your love never fade. May you never take each other for granted. And when you are old, may you be found, hand in hand, still thankful for each other. Never forget to treat each other with tenderness, kindness, and respect, and remind yourselves often of what drew you together in the first place. Now that you've stood before me and these witnesses, have exchanged your rings and vows, have agreed to be married by the power invested in myself in the state of Pennsylvania, it gives me great pleasure to officially pronounce you married. Billy, you may now kiss the bride. Now I'm happy to present you for the first time as a married couple, Billy and Tricia Bryce. May the force be with them always.
That's an easy one. I didn't know.
If you would like to proceed over that way, that's where the bar is. It's on the back side of the barn. Down that way.
Back side of the barn.
Bars down that way.
Back side.
Right over on the outside there.